What is up everyone on YouTube, and today we have the Epic 7 update 1-minute summary which we'll go over. And as you guys can see right off the bat, we have the Overlord collab featuring 3 new units, the free one actually being the one in the center, Ainz, who is a free Moonlight 5-star, which is very interesting. And this is a huge update coming alongside with this collaboration. So you can see we have the Epic 7 Overlord collab. We have, of course, the new side story Overlord from Another World, because we do have a new collab coming, so it makes sense for them to make another side story. We have 2 new heroes, Ainz and Albedo. Ainz is the free hero that everyone will get for free just by logging in, and he is a Moonlight 5-star unit with some pretty interesting skills. Third hero is Shaltir. Then we have Ordeal of Nazarick, not really too sure what that is. Then we have the collaboration special check-in event. You definitely want to log in for this. This gives you a ton of resources, and I think it'll also give you a 5-star hero. I'm not too sure. We'll see later on in the video. And then you'll also see we have new exclusive equipments, equip all function. We have the buff/debuff sorting improved, and another Arceus special operation, and even more. We have a Forge Your Epic Gear event coming as predicted. This is going to be a way to get pretty much 2 free pieces of perfect gear that you can choose the main stat and the substats for, and how it actually rolls. We also have a new World Arena schedule. We have the new World Arena skin, which is Briar Witch's area from the silhouette here. And we also have some UI improvements. So starting off, of course, we have the collab. You can see the 3 featured units here. It's kind of been, a long time in the making because we've been waiting for some content. We finally have the new collab with the new side story featuring Ball and Cezanne as well, which is very interesting. I guess they do fit the same theme. You're also going to see that from this collaboration side story, which you'll want to be farming for the most part, especially until Rift comes out, you're going to be able to get equipment. And I'm pretty sure that this side story will follow the same one as last summer's with Ocean Breeze Luca and Vithe, because it's pretty much the same graphic from it. So basically it'll be like a 2-stage, 3-stage side story. And if you have the collaboration units with the imprints and their artifacts, you'll get extra loot and extra stats. And the gear that drops from the side story will be either destruction, health, and immunity for the first week, which will probably be Ainz, right? And like one of these units. And the second unit, which releases the second week, will probably be the featured unit for the next 2 weeks, which will be for speed, critical chance, and penetration. Honestly, all of these sets are very good. Probably immunity is the least used, but it's still very good. I think it's very underrated, but you definitely want to be farming this. The sets seem amazing, and it's just a great way to actually use your new units, which you'll probably be pulling for anyways because they're very strong and the artifacts very strong, to actually be able to use them in PvE and get good gear within the first few weeks of the collab. And this is Ainz animation. He is free to play, just because you'll get him for free just from logging in, and you just have to log in and you'll get all the copies for him as well as his artifact. His artifact looks pretty sick as well. Next we have Albedo. This is her animation. Looks amazing. Pretty much like an angel, right? Like a fallen angel. And she is pretty strong as well, but you're going to see in my video tomorrow that her artifact, which is here, 3F, it is pretty OP. It's basically like Rocket Punch Gauntlet, but even better, which is pretty hard to imagine, but yes, that is what it is. So pretty insane artifact coming out with this character. And then moving forward to the last unit, this is Shaltir. She's a fire warrior. She looks amazing as well. And then yeah, the animation on this looks pretty insane, but she is a vampire, of course, and she does a ton of damage. She has like built-in stealth and like damage reduction, which is insane. And her artifact, you're going to see, might be a better option than Sigurd's Scythe or Golden Rose on some units, because it just gives you the healing outright, which is pretty insane. It's basically like a lifesteal set on an artifact, which is very, very nice. Next, we have the Trial of Nazarick event. Basically, you're going to say, play the game during the collaboration event and do missions, and you will get Ainz for free, like I said, and you'll get him to SSS as well as the artifact to max limit break just by playing through the collab event and just by doing missions. You definitely want to be playing during this collab, so you get this unit for free and also pull for the other units. And then here we have the check-in event for the collaboration. Like I mentioned, at the end of 7 days, you'll get a free 5-star unit. It is random, and of course it's RGB, but there's also other stuff you can get. So you definitely want to make sure you do this. You also get a ton of energy every day extra because we have, as you can see, the consecutive login event. Next, we have the 77 free Covenant summon event. So I believe this will be 7 or maybe 11 free Covenant summons a day for 7 days. I believe that's how it works. And you want to make sure you do it every day. This is basically a free way to get a 5-star unit or artifact. It's not 77 free bookmarks, it's 77 free summons. So on average, you will get a 5-star unit or artifact for free. Maybe you'll get lucky and get like an Abyss Euphenian or something. So you definitely want to be playing during this collaboration because so many good things happening, right? We have three new units out, so you want to make sure you play and get those. We have this insane event for gear here. The side story event, which will be insane for getting gear. The last time this ran was last year, not with Overlord, but with different limited units, and the gear drop rate is very, very good. We also have this special check-in event, you get a ton of stuff, and of course we also have the free summon event now, so you definitely want to play during this period. Next, we have the new lobby theme. It is going to be featuring Overlord. I do believe if you pull these units, they will show up in this lobby theme. If you don't have them, it'll probably be empty. So you definitely want to make sure you try to get all the units if you can for that as well. And then we have 2 new exclusive equipment. So we have Teiyu, who is not that great. He was kind of meant to counter some units that were very strong in the past, like Lua, but he actually ended up not being that good. So this is what we're getting now, attack percent. We're getting the CR push on his S1, which is whatever. The combat readiness push on his S2 will be increased by 15%. I think this is better. And you also see the S3 will increase skill cooldowns of all enemies except for the target with the highest attack by 1 turn. This is also very good as well. This will make him a very good disruptor now because of the S3 and his S2. It really comes down to how you want to use him. If you want to use him more as a cutter, the skill 2 Azure Waves of the Ocean CR push is better. If you want to use him more as a disruptor to counter units that can't reset his skill cooldowns actually, then his skill 3 Tornado Sweep exclusive equipment will definitely be better for him. I'm not too sure if this will make him viable because he's pretty bad, but we'll see. Next, we have Arya's exclusive equipment. So this one is pretty interesting because Arya's already very, very good for arena offense and in some certain Guild Wars offense comps as well. It'll give her the much needed effect resist to actually lower her build requirements. She'll get extra damage on her S1, extra damage on her S2, or at the start of the first battle gain 1 focus. And honestly, I think the one you want here, especially for RTA, is going to be the extra focus at the start of battle. Otherwise, if you're using her in auto teams, probably the S2 one is better, or maybe even the S1. It really comes down to if you want more AoE damage or single target. But all of these are very, very good, and the effect resist is much needed because she is super hard to build. Next, we have the Equip All function. This is basically a recommended set. Yeah, nothing too crazy. It's not really like saving gear sets, which is what we really need. This is just like a recommended build. So you can see that it will actually allow you to actually equip units on your gear, especially if you don't know how to actually equip, your gear on your units. Next, we have buff and debuff sorting improved. I do believe this is like the order that things will get dispelled now, because in the past it was like the application order, and in RT I do believe it was random. I'm pretty sure, but I'm pretty sure now that that's how it will work. So they sorted it better for you. And you'll also see for new and returning heirs, Arky Special Operation, you'll get a lot more rewards, probably in tandem with the new collab that's coming, because a lot of people probably quit the game, honestly, because there's no content. But now we have a ton of content now, so it's a good way to come back. You get a ton of stuff. And of course, another reason to play right now is the Forge Your Epic Gear event. So I do believe this event has 2 parts. The first part will be like for the first month, I believe, you get to pick a piece. You'll be able to choose either the weapon, I believe it's the helmet, or the shoes, right? And then you can actually choose the main stat, choose the set, choose the substats, as well as how it will roll. So you get a perfect piece built for you. And then after that, probably in another month or 2, not right after, I believe, because that's not how it worked last time, you'll be able to choose between a necklace, ring, and boots, if I'm not mistaken. And you can do the same thing. You choose the set, you choose the main stat, you choose the substat, and you can choose how it rolls. So it's basically 2 pieces of free equipment. Very, very good event. This is one of my most favorite events. And then we have the World Arena season ending. It feels like it just started, but maybe it's because I haven't been playing. I'm probably just going to get to Masters this season and get the skin because I haven't really had time to play. But you can see that the skin is going to be for Briar Witch Asaria, and the skin is here. Looks amazing. It kind of looks like something out of like Final Fantasy, to be honest, and it makes her kind of look less depressed. It goes from black to white. It's kind of a thing that Smilegate does. They just reverse the color scheme, but pretty cool. I'm very excited for this skin. It looks amazing, and probably one of the best World Arena skins we've seen yet, so very happy for that. Of course, we have the UI improvements. They always have some. Not really too sure what this is. They put the lobby theme tab separately. Great. Doesn't really mean anything. And then for the rate up banners, doesn't really matter because everyone's saving for the collab anyways. Even if you have like 1 or 2 pities saved up, the artifacts look amazing, so you definitely want to pull for multiple artifacts. But we have Bihu running after the maintenance, and then we have Noggle right here, which is very strategically planned by Samool to have one of the most OP PvP units run with the collab. So people are going to be pretty mad about this one. I already have her, so I'm not too worried about it. But if you don't have her, you know, kind of sucks, right? Maybe you want to wait for the next time she runs or for the next custom banner because the collab is way more important. Then we have Ballin Sazan because he's running in the side story. Pretty terrible unit. Same with his artifact, not really worth it. And of course, we have Albedo starting off the collab, and I do believe the week after we should be getting Shaltir, who's not teased in this video. So I do believe Shaltir will run the week after, starting on the 25th, if I'm not mistaken, for 2 weeks. And of course, we have the Mystic Summon rotation, ML Politis coming very soon. She looks amazing. I hope you guys have your Mystics saved up. I don't, but she looks very broken, so basically like a Conquer Release 2.0, so hopefully you guys get lucky and pull for her, and I might have to swipe for her because she looks pretty broken. But yeah, that is pretty much it for this update. Pretty insane. One of the most like packed updates we've had in a long time after such a dry spell of Epic 7 where we had no content, so I'm pretty excited. Let me know in the comments down below what you're most excited for, and I'll see you guys next video.